Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
At the center of Shenzhen, a city in southern China not too far from Hong Kong, lies a special little district called Shubei. Shubei is known as a place to go if you're looking to buy one specific thing. Gold.
Shubei is among the largest gold retail markets in the world and definitely the largest in China by volume of gold.
That's Bloomberg reporter Chongjing based in Hong Kong.
So if you go to the Shubei market, there are more than 10,000 business clustered across several city blocks. You will be greeted by endless rows of glittering jewelry that would make your head spin. And at almost any time of the day, the place always buzzes with crowds of customers eagerly browsing, selecting, and snapping up their favorite pieces.
The popularity of this market has been fueled in part by live streamers who hawk their gold on Douyin, China's TikTok. And while gold has always been a popular commodity in China, the investment demand for the precious metal is attracting attention lately.
With the slowdown in the Chinese economy, people have been shrinking their spending on all kinds of goods. Jewelry purchases like diamonds have really taken a hit as Chinese buyers have tightened their belts. But the allure of gold as a safe place to park one's cash remains, and we are seeing consumers showing persistent demand for investment products like gold bars and coins as a way to safeguard wealth.
Welcome to the Big Take Asia from Bloomberg News. I'm Oanh Ha. Every week, we take you inside some of the world's biggest and most powerful economies and the markets, tycoons, and businesses that drive this ever-shifting region. Today on the show, China's gold rush. Why are Chinese consumers so keen on the precious metal? What's driving the dizzying rally in gold? And how long will it last? Gold is popular all over the world, but in China, the commodity is appreciated on a whole other level. The Chinese love gold. It's not just a symbol of beauty, luck, and fortune. In China, gold often means something special and marks important milestones.
So when you're born, it's typical for others to give you golden bracelets for your wrists and ankles. And when you get married, you adorn yourself in gold. In Hong Kong, where I'm based, during the wedding banquet, brides will be covered in gold ornaments. I'm talking about gold bangles stacked up to the elbows. These oversized 24-karat gold necklaces are usually in the shape of pigs, which symbolizes wealth, prosperity, and fertility. And gold is also just the kind of jewelry that you can pass on for generations.
Chongjing, who was born in mainland China, grew up understanding gold's special role, not just in Chinese culture, but also for her family.
Actually, my parents had this ritual. Every couple of years, they'd stroll into a bank, casually buy some gold bars, bring it home, and lock it away like it was the family treasure. And there comes Lunar New Year, they'd dust off the stash and let me marvel at the shiny gold bars like I was holding a piece of pirate loot.
Wait, so they would on Lunar New Year, open up the safe and bring out the gold?
Yes. And they would show the gold to me and say, look, this is our treasury.
Wow. Now, out of curiosity, how many bars would there be typically?
This is a secret.
Of course. Chongjing says a lot of older Chinese stash their gold at home. She says it's kind of a tradition. The older generation like to have their wealth where they can see it and touch it when they want to. They prefer that to keeping it in an account in some faraway bank, converted to a currency that risks depreciating with inflation. But recently, Chongjing noticed that buying gold isn't just a thing that older Chinese do. Young people in China are now also flocking to the gold markets.
We are seeing young people spending their savings, often not too much, like on gold purchasing. Actually, consumers aged 18 to 34 now make up over a third of gold jewelry sales.
And Chongjing, what kind of gold are they buying?
They usually buy small pieces of gold jewelry, around 5 to 6 grams. It's just like small pieces, gold earrings, gold bracelets, and gold rings. I don't think young people are so much into gold bars. They're usually into like gold beans, those little things.
Gold beans, like the size of a jelly bean?
Yes.
What do you do with gold beans?
They just save it in a small like bottle. Every month they will collect a gold bean and put it into the bottle.
So it's like a little visual piggy bank of gold beans.
Yes, exactly.
Chongjing talked to several young people who bought gold in Shubei. Some of them even traveled across several provinces, some hundreds of miles, to the market. They told her that Shubei is a great attraction for a couple of reasons, and not just for the gold.
First, it's because there are a lot of good quality knockoffs. At Shubei, you can get jewelry pieces that look just like those from Van Cleef & Arpels or Tiffany's, just for a fraction of the cost.
Another main draw is Shubei's straightforward pricing system.
So jewelry here is sold on a simple formula, which is really interesting. So the formula is a base gold price pegged to the exchange benchmark and a craftsmanship fee of around 10 yuan per gram. And a lot of people will bargain for the price.
Shubei isn't just the largest gold retail market in China. It's also a manufacturing hub, which means
you can also DIY your own design there. You can go there and melt your jewelry into gold bars, and you can also do the opposite, melt your gold bars into DIY jewelry.
So you can actually bring literal gold that's sitting around your house and they'll melt it in front of you?
Yes.
Chongjing says young people in China used to think gold jewelry was tacky, something the nouveau riche would wear to show off. But that's changing. And now young consumers are stashing gold for the same reason as their parents.
They see gold as a secure option compared to other investments. You know, at a time when the Chinese stock market has seen a lot of turbulence, the economy has been hammered by the slump in the real estate market, that's really sent consumer confidence plunging, not to mention a depreciating currency.
This frenzied demand from China helped push the country to beat India as the world's top consumer of gold jewelry in 2023.
Gold in focus, just shy of $2,800 here. But this is of note. It is an all-time record high yet again, a fresh record for the safe haven here. And as we talk about...
How long can the gold rally last? And will a new president in the White House change its course? That's after the break. Gold prices reached a record high of about $2,790 per ounce last October. Analysts say central bank buying is what's been driving gold prices up. Here's Samantha Dart, co-head of Global Commodities Research at Goldman Sachs.
It's been the dominant driver of the upward gold move since 22. The moment that Russian financial assets were blocked, then that sparks a lot of concern from a lot of emerging markets and China in particular that, who knows, this might happen to them one day. So central bank buying has stepped up significantly, fivefold from the average that we observed prior to 2022.
And Bloomberg's Chongjing Li says China's central bank has been front and center of the gold rally.
The People's Bank of China went on a gold buying spree for 18 straight months in 2023 that ended in April last year. This was its longest ever run of purchases. It was looking to diversify its reserves away from the dollar and hedge against currency depreciation. And after a half-year break in November, shortly after the gold reached its historical high, the Chinese central bank actually resumed its gold buying. So we can see how keen they are on buying the precious metal, even as gold prices remained elevated.
Besides China's central bank, there have been other factors driving gold prices up.
Last year, the gains in gold were also helped by the U.S. Federal Reserve's pivot to a looser monetary policy and when the Fed was in a rate-cutting cycle. So when the interest rate comes down, demand for interest-based safe haven investments like bonds may fall, leaving a safe haven void in many portfolios. This helps boost the demand for gold. But looking ahead, gold may face some pressure as Fed officials have emphasized the need to take a more cautious approach to cut rates this year because they are starting to again worry about inflation.
Gold prices in January have eased since October's record, but they remain some 30% higher year on year. And ongoing global turmoil, from unrest in the Middle East to political chaos in South Korea, is expected to sustain the demand for gold.
So when politics get messy, gold gets popular.
I always say tariffs is the most beautiful word to me in the dictionary. Because tariffs are going to make us rich as hell. It's going to bring our country's businesses back.
Tensions from a potential trade war between U.S. and China or with the U.S.'s other top trading partners could drive gold prices and demand for the safe haven asset. And traders are also watching out for what implications U.S. President Donald Trump's domestic policies would have, such as on tariffs, tax cuts, and immigration. All of these economists say could impact the country's finances and reignite inflation.
So, Chongjing, it's a pretty complicated picture when it comes to gold, but that doesn't appear to have lessened its appeal to Chinese buyers. What's your sense on how long this gold mania might last?
Analysts say the market outlook remains strong because gold is a symbol of wealth and prosperity, and people always buy jewelry as gifts for festivals and anniversaries. There are also analysts saying that consumers often delay or cut back on gold purchases when prices rise sharply. So there might be a little volatilities out there, but this will not change the fundamentals of gold consumption in China.
Which is
people like gold and will buy it.
This is the Big Take Asia from Bloomberg News. I'm Oanh Ha, and a happy Lunar New Year to all of you who celebrate it. This episode was produced by Yang Yang, Naomi and Jessica Beck. It was mixed by Amir Sultan, sound designed by Jessica, and fact-checked by Yang and Naomi. It was edited by Caitlin Kenny, Patty Hirsch, Jessica Zhou, and Sibylla Gross. There was additional reporting by Alfred Sang. Naomi Shavin is our senior producer. Elizabeth Ponso is our senior editor. Nicole Beamsterboer is our executive producer. And Sage Bauman is Bloomberg's head of podcasts. Please follow and review the Big Take Asia wherever you listen to podcasts. It really helps new listeners find the show. See you next time.